50, 51, 52. What's the matter? Why are you looking at me with such judgmental eyes? Ah, I understand now. Your modern-day youth have been corrupted by a lazy, comfortable life. Always eating, sleeping, and yet thinking your lives are tough. Let me introduce you to the life of a Spartan soldiers so you can understand what a hard life truly means. I want to share with you the glorious story of my life. So listen carefully and don't move until the tale is over. Time warriors! It was a hot summer day when I was born. A government official stood outside our house, waiting to examine me. There is an interesting law in a Spartan society. When a baby is born, an official comes to inspect it. Babies who are weak or small are considered useless and are thrown off the high cliff. Luckily, I was strong and large from the start. My mother was proud of me and always said I would grow up to be a valuable soldier for our country. In our society, parents must not show too much affection for their children. It makes them emotionally weak and fragile. I was raised well. From a young age, whenever someone bullied me, my mother would force me to fight back. Most of the time, I won, but occasionally, I'd get beaten nearly to death. At the age of 7, we were sent to a military training institute. Every day before sunrise, we had to wake up and run for hours across plains and mountains on an empty stomach. After that, we underwent intense training to become quick and agile fighters. Anyone who couldn't keep up with the training faced harsh punishments. We were given very little food during the day and had to sleep without clothing in the freezing cold at night. Hunger kept us lean and light, while the cold made our bodies stronger. We were rarely allowed to bath because dirt was believed to make men tougher. Those who were weaker sometimes didn't survive the training. One day, a boy named Kratos tried to steal my food. Kratos was tall and skinny, with crooked yellow teeth and a perpetual trail of dried snot on his face. "Hey, filthy thief, put my food back."
"I thought you couldn't speak, little mouse."
I fought with him, and we beat each other till we were both bleeding from head to toe. That's when we became friends and swore a brotherhood.
I didn't think a mouse could fight.
And I didn't know skeletons could move.
Next time, let's team up and steal food from the others.
Agreed. Years passed this way, and we eventually became proud Spartan soldiers. My life became intertwined with Kratos's, and we shared everything. Most nights, we attended the girls' dance gathering together. These events were among the most enjoyable moments of our lives. At these gatherings, boys sat in lavish halls, while beautiful women danced seductively to attract them.
Hey, mouse, look at that tall girl. I love tall girls. I bet she likes me too.
I swear she won't even let you near her. In our society, the upbringing of girls is very different. Unlike boys, girls have mandatory bathing routines. They also receive proper nutrition and exercise as essentials in their lives. At the dance gatherings, girls are required to display their bodies. If someone has skin problems or an unattractive physique, they are mocked and pursued to fix their flaws. Marriage is crucial in Spartan society. You might wonder why anyone would think about marriage when these lustful gatherings exist. But we have a strict law. If you don't marry by the age of 35, you will face punishment. At one of these gatherings, I became interested in a beautiful girl named Freya. During the dance, when she noticed me staring at her, she winked and walked into one of the rooms. Kratos, after wiping his nose with his arm, gave me a mischievous grin and pushed me toward the room.
Don't be stupid. This is your chance. Don't waste it.
All right. Stop pushing me. I'm going. That night was one of the most memorable nights of my life.
Yes.
The next day, convinced that Freya would make a good mother for my children, I headed to her house to propose. Her father didn't like me much at first, but after a few hours of fighting with him, I managed to win his approval. Kratos, on the other hand, wasn't as lucky with girls. As he approached the age of 35, he still hadn't convinced anyone to marry him. In our society, there is a solution for such cases. Kratos and other unmarried men were placed in a dark room and told to randomly choose a girl. Unfortunately, Kratos' luck didn't improve, and he ended up with a short, skinny girl who barely reached his waist.
I chose her myself. I've heard short girls make better wives.
Weren't you the one who swore by tall girls just yesterday? Freya and I, along with Kratos and his wife, moved into neighboring houses. Freya and Kratos' wife became close friends and did everything together, even bathing. Few months into our married life, the Spartan army went to war with Athens. Both of our wives were pregnant when we left for battle. We had participated in a small skirmishes before, but this war was tougher than anything we had imagined. In one of the battles, we were heavily attacked by the enemy. Retreating was an easy option, but for Spartans, death was more honorable than retreat. The enemy greatly outnumbered us, but we weren't afraid. Years of harsh training had strengthened our minds. In battle, mental toughness and belief is one's abilities are more critical than physical strength. Spartans see dying in battle as the ultimate honor, and returning home defeated is a great shame. We attacked the enemy with all our might. Kratos was fighting two opponents at once behind me. A powerful enemy confronted me, and we engaged in an intense duel. Suddenly, I heard Kratos' scream behind me. A sword had pierced through his chest, and blood dripped from his mouth and nose. I lost my focus, and my opponent took advantage, delivering a surprise blow. He knocked me to the ground and quickly severed one of my legs. As blood gushed from my wound, I grabbed my sword and sliced open his stomach. Crawling underground towards Kratos' body, the world around me began to fade.
Kratos, hold on. Are you leaving me so soon? Sorry, little mouse. This is the end for me. See? The honor of dying fast belongs to me.
When I had regained consciousness, Freya stood over me with our newborn daughter. I was in my home. Freya had given birth while I was unconscious. Kratos' wife soon arrived with her son, who had a perpetual trial of snot just like his father. When they heard that Kratos had died heroically, they were overjoyed. Dying for one's country is a great honor for us. For some reason, Freya insisted that Kratos' family live with us. To honor Kratos' memory, I agreed, and we have lived as one family ever since. Since I had lost a leg, I could no longer fight in wars. However, my imposing presence earned me a position as a trainer at the military school. This is the story of my life as a Spartan soldier. I hope hearing my glorious tale inspires you to reflect on your own lives and appreciate your peaceful existence. Oh, and please don't forget to support this channel, which works so hard to bring my story to life. Leave your thoughts about Spartan life in the comments. Until next time, farewell. Remember, life isn't about comfort and ease. It's about honor, discipline, and overcoming hardships. We Spartans believed in strength, not just of the body, but of the mind and the spirit. Now go! Train yourselves not just to survive, but to conquer life's battles.